Texas Senate votes to allow Governor Abbott to overturn Harris County elections. The Republican-controlled Texas Senate has just passed a bill that would let Governor Abbott and his appointees overturn elections in Harris County. It comes as a response to the 2020 midterm elections last fall, in which Democrats performed better than expected.
Next paragraph.
As ABC 13 reported to you then, some polling places ran out of paper ballots, forcing voters to either wait for ballots or arrive or vote in other locations. After the election, more than 22 Republican candidates filed suit against the county, challenging the results. One case has been tossed out by a judge and the others are still pending. The bill would give the governor's elections appointee the power to overturn the election results to call for a new vote.
So the county did not administer their election properly.
They ran out of ballots because they didn't have enough. Then they said, hey, you can wait or you can go to this other location. Which makes sense. We don't have a ballot for you. You can wait until it arrives or you can go somewhere else. That's a sensical sentence so far.
So you're a person that has a couple hours off of work. You go to the ballot box. You stand in line. Someone comes out and goes, hi, we ran out of ballots. You can wait or you can go somewhere else. And there's no guarantee that that somewhere else isn't also out of ballots.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I agree so far.
And then you have to go back to work.
Right, that sucks.
And then
it should be a federal holiday. Voting should be a federal holiday. I agree with you. Great point.
Certainly. I'll agree on that one.
Okay, good.
I think that
Republicans stand against it. They hate
Election Day should be a federal holiday.
Republicans are the ones standing against that, but go on.
Well, I think that it should be a federal holiday and that we should bring back polling in, on location.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, people were denied their right to vote.
Great. And you think that the governor's appointee should just cancel all the votes that did get counted? Because that's what they're going to do. The bill would give the governor's election appointee the power to overturn the election results and call for a new vote. So if you showed up at 8 a.m., you got your vote in, your vote counted, they had ballots. I showed up at 2 p.m. and they ran out. Your 8 a.m. vote doesn't count. It gets thrown the fuck out. Gone. Out.
Yeah, it means I have to go again.
You have to vote again. Right. Then that one it runs out too, maybe. Or another weird thing happens. Or someone else got sent to somewhere else, and then that election appointee is going to throw it out again.
These weird things should not be happening.
Right. I agree that they shouldn't be happening, but that 8 a.m. vote that you cast should be counted. Because it's not counted, they're going to say it's fucky every single time, and they're going to throw it out every single time a Democrat wins. They're going to throw it out.
Elections should not be fucky.
They shouldn't be, but
they should not
reality happens. Sometimes they're not fucky. They're lying to you when they say it's fucky. They lied. Donald Trump lied right to us and said that the Arizona election wasn't.
Are you suggesting
was
to me
fucky.
that not having ballots and whatnot and not allowing people to vote is not fucky?
It is fucky. And who is the one
fucky.
That's fucking shorting them on the ballots? Republicans. Republicans are going to short that shit on purpose, and then they're going to cancel the
that is
actual
an absurd assertion.
That is
no
not an
evidence.
absurd. Right now,
the
bill
on
that's
what
been passed,
grounds would you suggest that the Republicans are the ones that supply the ballots in the first place?
They don't supply the ballots; they fuck with the ballots.
Then how would they fucking short the ballots?
They shorted.
How would they do it?
How would they do it?
What a ridiculous assertion!
It's not ridiculous. They made ballot drop-off. They lowered the amount of ballot drop-off boxes. They passed a law.
Ballot drop boxes are for mail-in voting.
I know. They're fucking with it.
Didn't I just tell you that I support a federal holiday for Election Day, except I want to bring it back to in-person voting? This is a different situation.
Okay, what I'm saying is that Republicans are fucking with the way we count the votes. And
What?
I've got evidence that they were fucking with it. Texas counties will be allowed only one drop-off location for mail-in ballots. If you have a city of 200 people, you get one box. If you have a city of 4 million, you get one box. They are fucking
Yes.
with, they're fucking,
Go
Republicans
vote in
are
person,
fucking with the
like we have
elections.
done for many, many years. And when you go vote in person, the or the polling location should have enough ballots for everybody.
I agree that they should, but if they don't, you don't underwrite the entire election. If you
It
showed up at
sounds to
8,
me that that number one, you just accused Republicans of somehow making it so the polling locations don't have enough ballots for
yes,
everybody.
they're going to try. Once this
That's
bill
so
passes, they will
ridiculous.
do whatever they can to make that happen so that they can
Absurd.
intentionally throw it out and have a new vote. They
Totally
will,
absurd.
will
Look at
no, it's
this.
not
Look,
absurd.
I mean, look,
Not
listen
absurd.
here.
They're
You just
stealing
told me that you don't
elections.
assume bad faith. Or you'd like to not assume bad faith. But here you are again, assuming bad faith.
Because they've
You're
proven it
posing
to
a
me.
hypothetical that you have no proof for,
Because it hasn't happened
no
yet.
evidence
It hasn't
for.
happened yet. This is a future prediction. I am predicting bad faith on their part. Because in the past, they have, right here from 2020, bad faith.
Okay,
Texas
you can make the
counties,
prediction. I reject the prediction. Now what?
great. I This law goes into effect. The bill would give the governor's election appointee the power to overturn the election results and call for a new vote. He will do that if somebody sneezes funny. He will call for a new vote if one person doesn't have a ballot. He will throw out millions of votes because one place in a city had to make people wait an hour.
It's
If
not one,
It's
and it's
gonna
not
be
waiting an
very
hour.
small. It's gonna be very small. They're gonna find every single opportunity to throw these out. They're gonna find every single opportunity to throw them out until they win or people stop showing up to vote. Or it takes too long, and then the governor's like, "Oh, it would take 4 more weeks to get this election done. We'll just, go without that county. We'll just move on without that county. The state has spoken, and we're gonna just skip over that county and do the results." Sort of like they did with the recount of Florida. I don't want to open up that entire can of worms, but the Florida recount was going to take too long, so the Supreme Court said we cannot wait this long. We go with these results. That's what's going to happen. That is what this Texas governor wants the Florida 2000 Supreme Court decision to happen every single time in Texas. He wants that. He wants something fucky to happen to mess up this vote and so that he can overturn it. So
No,
that
I think the
Democrats no
opposite.
longer
I
win.
think the point is to not have fucky elections.
But then they'll cause the elections to be fucky. They will literally cause it. They will cause it. They will cause the fucky election. I'm
That's
making a
like just your
prediction,
opinion, man.
except that they've done it in the past. They have a history of fucking up elections. They have a history of fucking up elections. And now they're passing a bill that says, hey, if elections are fucked up, they don't count. That's what's happening. They have a history of fucking up elections. They passed a bill that said if an election is
I
fucked
don't
up,
think
it
they
doesn't
do.
count. So now it won't count. This is controlling the vote. This is a anti-democratic uh, move that makes sure that Republicans always win.
No, this is a pro-democratic move that says everybody should be able to vote if they come to the polling location.
And if you have to wait, so hypothetically, let's do the hypothetical then. Somebody shows up. They got their afternoon off. They had somebody fill in for them at their job, so they come by at lunch, and they have to wait an hour. And then something goes wrong. Either the machine is broken, it can't connect properly, they don't have enough poll workers, or God forbid somebody shot the place up. Uh, what happens then? Does the entire election get thrown out?
I suppose it depends on how much of the election that it affected and whether that would be enough to put the results in question.
And what will a Republican say? A Republican will say every single time that their election needs to be overturned. Every single time. In this county.
That's very
Because
silly.
this county is a blue county. They will find something fucky. It will be incredibly small. It'll be very tiny. It'll be bamboo DNA inside the paper ballots. And they'll say we have to overturn it. I was given a certain marker and I put the dots on there and the marker bled through. Overturn the entire election. I had to wait an hour and couldn't. Look at this guy. This guy had to wait an hour and now he didn't get to vote. Overturn the entire election. This place ran out of paper ballots and made people wait for 3 or 4 hours. Overturn the entire election.
No, there were literally people that weren't allowed to vote.
They didn't get a chance. Yeah, you're right. That sucks. And that doesn't negate the 8 a.m. vote that came in on time. Because they're going to take that 8 a.m. vote and throw it the fuck away. It's gone.
Yes,
Ceases to exist.
Not everybody got to vote.
That's not how the system ought to work. They ought to then put a second day where you're allowed to vote or extend the hours. But you know who's against 2-day voting? You know who's against mail-in voting? You know who's against extending voting hours? Fucking Republicans. Every time.
I'm absolutely against mail-in voting.
That's insane and stupid. But I'm sorry. Okay, sorry.
I'll take an extra day of voting, sure.
Okay. Republicans don't want extra days of voting. Republicans limit the amount of voting. Republicans limit the places you can drop your mail-in ballots off. They limit it. They fuck with elections, and now they passed a law that if the election was fucked with, it doesn't count. So my prediction is that they are going to fuck with the elections more.
If you say so.
Okay. It is just a prediction. Oh, hi. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button, press the subscribe button. If you want to tell me how right I am, feel free to leave a comment. If you want to tell me how wrong I am, leave a comment too. That's good. This is just kind of a hobby for me, so I appreciate you coming by, giving it a watch, and pressing the YouTube buttons. Thanks.